السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله الذي بيده تتم الصالحات، وأصلي وأسلم على الحبيب المصطفى صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن اهتدى بهداه إلى يوم الدين. وبعد. All praises belong to the Almighty Allah. May His peace and blessings be upon the Prophet of Islam Muhammad Sallallahu, his household, followers, and all those who follow the path of Allah to the day of judgment. We thank Allah for giving us the 20th day of Ramadan, and we are being ushered by His grace and power and His compassion and unlimited mercy. He is ushering us into the last 10 days. From tomorrow or tonight, after midnight, we are being ushered into the 21st night. But according to the Islamic calendar, the 21st night starts after Isha. Indeed, the last 10 days have a special place in Ramadan. According to a hadith of the Prophet of Islam that I have quoted before, he says, "Awwalhu rahmah," that the first 10 days represent compassion. Wa awsatuhu maghfirah, and the second 10 days represent forgiveness. Wa akhiruhu itqun minan nar, and the last 10 days represent salvation from the hellfire. The last 10 days is the period for redemption from the hellfire, is the period for winning the pleasure of Allah and winning a place in His paradise. We ask Him, the Almighty, the Omnipotent, the All-Merciful, the Most Compassionate, to touch our lives with His hand of mercy and forgive us our shortcomings, both known and unknown, and grant us your paradise. As Ibn Abbas said in a hadith, "Ma la aynun ra'at, wa la udhunun sami'at, wa la khatara ala qalbi al-bashar," that the Jannah of Allah, Ma la aynun ra'at, that the human eye has never seen it before. Wala udhunun sami'at, and whatever description that the ears have heard about it cannot be imagined. Wala khatara ala qalb al-bashar, and the human heart has never perceived its nature before. This last 10 days, a great period for worship, a great period for dedication, a great period for commitment, renewal of commitment to Allah, so that after the 10 days we enter the world with a new spirit, a new mind, and a new body. Allahu Akbar, what a period, what a unique opportunity for renewal of the entire human body, to now tread a path that will take us to the Almighty. This last 10 days contains the night of power, Laylatul Qadr. I want to state without any doubt in my mind that, please, the Laylatul Qadr is not the 27th night of Ramadan. All that the Prophet said about it is that التمسوها في العشر الأواخر. The Prophet ﷺ said, look for it in the last 10 days. And in another hadith, he said, look for it in the odd nights of the last 10 days. He never mentioned 27. There is no authentic hadith on that. And he gave the reason that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to worship him excessively and extensively in this last 10 days. That is why he did not specifically indicate one night for us to worship him. That we should look for the odd days. So we're going to have 21st, 23rd, 25th, 27th, and then 29th. Please, my beloved brothers and sisters in Islam, the moral of Ramadan that we are picking to address briefly, to take us through the last 10 days, is the principle of al-istiqamah, meaning steadfastness. Steadfastness means many things, but I'm limiting myself to only two. Being steadfast when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tries you with an affliction. Being steadfast in the worshiping of Allah. Some of us were wayward before Ramadan, and some weak spirits and minds and hearts will even continue to be wayward in this great month. The Quran says, Ya hasratan ala al-ibad. I feel pity for such people, because this is a unique opportunity for change. I have often said that the days that I have spent are my days. The days that you have spent are your days. But the days you and I have not spent are not our days. Even the next moment, the next 1 minute, the next 30 seconds could signal our departure from this world. Man is living in a state of insecurity. He doesn't know how he's going to die. He doesn't know when he's going to die. He doesn't know where he's going to die. And yet, he does not do things that will win him the pleasure of the Almighty. This is the period for that change. So the Quran says, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ قَالُوا رَبُّنَا اللَّهُ ثُمَّ اسْتَقَامُوا. That those who say, our Lord is Allah, ثُمَّ اسْتَقَامُوا, and stand firm and become very steadfast, تَتَنَزَّلُ عَلَيْهِمُ الْمَلَائِكَةِ. Allah will cause angels to descend upon them. أَلَّا تَخَافُوا وَلَا تَحْزَنُوا. That you, the believers who are steadfast, أَلَّا تَخَافُوا, never be struck by fear, وَلَا تَحْزَنُوا, and never be sad. Brothers and sisters in Islam, we have taken the trouble to fast 20 days. Today we are left with 10 days, and the key activities that will help us to be steadfast and worship Allah and win his pleasure, because the greatest gift one can get is winning the pleasure of the Almighty. There are the things in this world, the power you want, the monies you want, the stupid women that, if the person is not God-fearing, will be following. Chase everything in this world that your eye can see. At the end of the day, death will cause you to be humbled. A stamp no one can run away from. Presidents are dying. The rich are dying. The poor are dying. The learned are dying. Children are dying. The aged are dying. Everybody is passing away. Giving credence to the verse in Surah Al-Rahman that كل من عليها فان, that everything on the surface of the earth will pass on, will move away. And those who will enjoy the grace and the mercy of the Almighty are those who will be steadfast. In all times, they are with Allah. In pain, they are with Allah. In comfort, they are with Allah. It is only Allah they know, and no one else. My beloved brothers and sisters in Islam, waking up at night, 1 a.m., doing nawafil, tahajjud, up to about 3:30 that you take your suhoor, nawafil, and reading the Quran. If you can't read the Quran, play it on a machine and listen to it. If you have the English version, after listening to the Arabic text, please read the Quran, the English version, to your understanding. This is a period for generosity. This period for generosity. Somebody called me and said, Sheikh Nuamah, Alhamdulillah, you are doing a great job on WhatsApp, writing books, blah, 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 blah. For example, if I have something small I want to send to you, I told him that, you know my name, you know my number. If you have any help you want to give to me, the choice is yours. But I'm not asking you to do that. That is why some Malams, they have their platforms making appeals left and right, asking for help. It is not on this platform that I do that. But if you think you have any help, because we are in the field of dawah, we are in the world of life, we have orphans around us, we have the needy around us. In Ramadan, the kind of challenges we face from the poor, widows, the needy, but we don't want to take the initiative. But if you think you want to help our cause of dawah, our number is there. This number, the same WhatsApp number, is my Momo number. If you think the last 10 days you want to drop something for us to use to help the poor and the needy, we will be very thankful. Because the Quran, the Prophet says, La yarudul khayra illa shaitan, that it is only shaitan that rejects something that is good. But on our part, we are not making an appeal. But because the young man was eager to make inquiries about our number, the Momo number is simply 0244 132323, 0244 132323, 0244 132323. That is our Momo number. If the last 10 days you think you have some zakat to give us to support the dawah work, we will thank you so much. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, after nawafil, reading the Quran, and then dhikr, remembrance of Allah, morning and even at night when you wake up, subhanallah wa bihamdihi, many times. Say it. La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu, up to the end. A lot of people know. Read it 100 times, 10 times. Subhanallah bihamdihi, subhanallah al-azim. Glory be to Allah with all his praises. Glory be to Allah the Almighty. This last 10 days is a period for deep worship. It's a period for what Ibn Taymiyyah calls getting melted in the religion. And you will never regret. We do not know whether we can even finish this 10 days. Our life should be driven by seriousness. Seriousness, I repeat. Seriousness. And Allah's grace and power will continue to be with us wherever we are. And it is my greatest wish that we'll dedicate ourselves very deeply to Allah, renew our commitment to Him in these last 10 days, as was required by the greatest of Allah's creation, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Let us follow his footsteps. Muslims, we are very lucky We have a prophet who practiced the religion that he brought, and we have him as an example. Let us study him, learn from him, and follow his footsteps, so that we will ever be blessed and touched by the compassion and facilitation of Allah wherever we are. I wish all of you the best in the last 10 days and beyond them. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.